Last weekend, I was at the district conference in Clarkston, and the guest speaker for the day was a pastor named Mike Mather from Broadway Church in Indianapolis. He shared a story of the previous time when he was in a church in South Bend, and they often spent time focusing on trying to help the poor, and by doing so, they often focused on what the folks did not have. They didn't have the ability to pay their bills, or they didn't have food, and they would try to address those needs. Well, one year on Pentecost, he decided and came to a revelation that said they should, instead of focusing on things they don't have, they should focus on things that people do have. And so the very next day, a lady came in to get some help, and they asked her, well, what are you good at? And she shared that she was good at cooking. And so he asked her if she would be willing to cook for a staff meal that they had later that week. And so they bought the groceries for her, and she indeed cooked for the group and found out that she was very good. And so before long, she had another group within the church that she did the meals for. And then before long after that, a business organization within the community had asked if they could use the church for the space, and also if they could use the kitchen. Well, the pastor said that no, they cannot use the kitchen, but they can use their caterer. And so the pastor lined up for this lady to make the meal for this business organization. They also printed business cards for her, and they passed it out. And a number of the business leaders at this organization soon began asking her to cater other events. And so she was able to get a bunch of catering jobs that way. And before long, she was actually able to raise enough money to open her own restaurant in town. This is really a great story and just an example of what happened with this church once they started to focus on what people have instead of what they don't have, as a reminder of the plenty of goodness that God provides to each of us.